We have new details about the missing hiker in Clackamas County as the spouse has been arrested on murder charges.
Plus, after 3 weeks of striking, a deal has been reached between teachers and their school district.
And we're waking up to some pretty chilly temperatures, and we won't be warming up too much, especially if you are seeing those low-level clouds. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on December 2nd. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm David Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. Let's check in with Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress. Sarah, it's the second day of December, and boy, has it been a cold start.
It has definitely been a cold start, and we're starting off in meteorological winter. Started yesterday, so we are in the winter season technically, and it's definitely living up to the name. We are very chilly to start this morning. 24 degrees into Klamath Falls, 31 into Medford, down into Northern California, 26, and along the coast into the 40s this morning. But we're also tracking visibility, dealing with some freezing fog as we're heading over into Klamath Falls right now. Only a quarter-mile visibility, 3/4 mile in Medford, some areas as well, a little bit denser than others. So make sure you are planning for some extra time in your commute today. Now, as we're heading throughout the day, we won't be warming up by much into the Rogue Valley, especially if those clouds decide to stick around a little bit longer for today. So we'll be into the 30s, but possibly we could be warming up back up into the 40s as we're heading into our Tuesday, a little bit warmer into our Wednesday. We'll continue to track this throughout the week. Coming up into our next forecast, we'll talk about what you can expect around the rest of the region.
The husband of a missing hiker from Clackamas County has been arrested for his wife's murder. 71-year-old Michael Forner is in jail this morning, charged with second-degree murder. His wife, 61-year-old Susan Lane Forner, was reported missing on November 22nd when she failed to show up for work. She was believed to have been hiking with her 2 dogs. You can see her husband here. Searchers were able to find her truck, but no sign of her or the animals. After more than 800 hours of efforts, deputies discovered her body Friday at the base of Mount Hood. Authorities said that her death is a homicide, and they found 2 dead dogs they believe are hers. The investigation is ongoing.
Well, Mount Ashland will be opening early. The aerial ski lift will have a delayed opening. As you see here on your screens, a little over a week ago, a tree fell on the aerial chair lift, forcing its closure. Mount Ashland says it will open back up this season, but with repairs needed, it won't be until later.
Siskiyou County made one of their largest fentanyl seizures this year on Thanksgiving. The Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office said 23-year-old Ivan Chavez was originally stopped for vehicle code violations on I-5. Chavez was transporting more than 7 pounds of fentanyl and nearly 3 grams of meth. The 23-year-old had enough fentanyl on him to kill more than 1.5 million people. He was traveling from Los Angeles to his home state of Washington.
And just take a look at this video. It was posted by the Highland Market in Grants Pass. It shows a burglary that occurred before 5 a.m. Saturday morning. The store says the man broke the door of the store and then stole $1,000 worth of cigarettes. The store asks if anyone has any information on this man to send it to the police.
A tentative contract agreement has been signed between Greater Albany Public Schools and their teachers union.
Nearly 3 weeks since teachers went on strike, those students won't be returning to classrooms just yet. The Greater Albany Education Association announced that a full tentative agreement was reached with the district. With the district later saying it had been signed by both parties, the union says class size thresholds, pay increases, and guaranteed prep time are included in the agreement. Greater Albany Public Schools says some details still need to be finalized. Schools will remain closed this morning. The union is holding a ratification vote at West Albany High School today, with the school board also needing to ratify the contract. And Mazama High School is getting hundreds of thousands for their career technical education program.
Joining us live in studios, NewsWatch 12's Luke Doughton. And Luke, this program isn't just about learning real-world skills, but changing outcomes.
Damian Brinkley, good morning. That's right. I was able to talk with both the Career Technical Education Coordinator and Mazama's Vice Principal, and both say they are already seeing these impacts and are excited to create even more.
We've got opportunities for them to start off on these high-paying jobs that are going to impact their life for the positive.
Mazama High School's Career Technical Education program is already producing results, but it's getting a boost. They just got over $302,000 to bring their manufacturing construction program up to date. They're going to replace some older machines with the industry standard. These new machines will help students have a leg up when applying for jobs. Companies in the community have noticed.
Hey, we have one of your recent graduates who's working for us, who's doing a stellar job, who's the type of employee that we want. If you have more students that are cut from this same cloth, call us right away.
Around a third of Mazama's student population is Native American and a quarter are migrants. Vice Principal Sergio Cisneros says many of them are connected to the CTE programs at Mazama.
And shop class might be the only reason they come to school, but they're coming to school, and that in itself is helping our community.
Even if those students won't enter that field after graduating, the program still creates an impact on the community. Just recently, the program, with the help of Team Oregon Builds, completed a shed for a family affected by the Copperfield fire. Team Oregon Builds reached back out to Mazama, and they're going to be building another shed. While I talked with Cisneros, he talked about how he knows that impact is being created, and it's people reaching out to him telling him, hey, yeah, we've got that worker like you said, but we're going to talk about another way that he knows the program is succeeding and what plans are for the future, coming up later at 6:45. Live in studio, Luke Doughton, NewsWatch 12.
An intense fire in Klamath Falls broke out at Oak and Commercial, drawing concern from nearby residents. Take a look at these intense flames in downtown Klamath Falls. NewsWatch 12 was able to speak to the person that called 911 after that fire broke out. They reported the fire and described hearing explosions. As flames climbed two large trees, concerns were raised about nearby power lines. We did reach out to the Klamath Falls Fire Department for more details, but we're still waiting to hear back. And Klamath County commissioners are still looking for volunteers to fill advisory boards and committee positions in the county. There are 11 boards and committees with at least one open position. A link to application and positions is on our website, kdrv.com. Applications are due by December 15th, and commissioners say this is a unique opportunity to help Klamath County move forward.
The city of Klamath Falls is reminding all dog owners that the seasonal closure of the middle and south end portions of Uleona Dog Park is now in effect. The north end of the dog park will remain open with normal operating hours. The closure will remain in effect until further notice.